I've drawn an accurate map of Great Britain, a Roman accurate map of Great Britain.
But you haven't though, have you?
What?
Drawn an accurate map of Great Britain.
But it is. To find out why, let's head back about a week or so ago. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know I've been obsessing over a specific Roman map of late. Now, it's not Roman per se, in fact the original dates to about 1250 AD, drawn by a monk, but it is said to have been copied by this monk from an original 4th or 5th century Roman map. The map was stolen by Conrad Counts in 1494. He died and then left it to Conrad Peutinger, whose family and namesake kept it for a few hundred years before giving it to the Vienna Museum. I've got a really good idea. You see, it's really difficult to convey the scale. Just take a look at this. That's the image of it on a computer. If I could just... got a plan. You see, if I could... Rebecca, how do I work the papery coming out of the whole thing? How do I work that?
You what?
Bessie, you got any ideas, mate?
Hold on, I've got a much better idea.
All right, as long as you're sure, because I suspect Bessie and I could probably do something on here, maybe.
Oh, 4 to 5 minutes delivery, ball print. Sounds good to me.
A few moments later.
All right, love. Is this what you ordered?
Oh, 4.5 minutes delivery. That's good. Got it. Ball pit print.
That was like 4.5 minutes, right?
Oh, impressive.
Roughly. Right, so we need to lay this out. Should we put it on the little kitchen table we got here?
We could try.
All right, let's clear that. Rebecca, I think we're going to need just something a little bit longer. The kitchen table thing is just a tiny bit too short. Could we maybe try the dining room table?
You want to try the dining room table? If you think it's going to be long enough.
Rebecca, I think we're going to need something just a little bit longer than the dining room table.
Well, I don't know. Is 22 foot long?
Right, is our garden even that big?
Might be a bit of a squeeze.
I guess that's all we've got left to try.
Go on then, let's do it.
All right, to the garden.
Okay.
This isn't good. It's like 24 foot wide, just longer than 22 foot. So what are we doing wrong?
Well, the original was 1 foot high.
By 22 foot?
By 22 foot. Now, this is 2 foot high. I wonder whether that's why it's probably longer.
So this could be like 40 foot long.
Oh, potentially.
Right, there's only one more option. The grass.
Do you reckon? Let's give it a go.
The plan is...
Plonk it on the floor.
Plonk it on the floor.
Might need a bit more pushing this time because it's grass, isn't it?
Okay, and then we're going to go all the way
Okay, ready?
down there.
Get up.
Ready.
Oh.
Right.
Yay!
Right, so Rebecca, what you found? Anything of interest?
Oh, well, you know I like my ancient Egypt, and down here we have Egypt. Alexandria says at the top here as well, and the Delta, and then down here. Now France is ginormous. It's
Right.
like all the way along the top.
So
It's huge.
So what's that? So you're looking at Italy. I need to come
Oh,
around
I'm
your
in
side.
Italy at the moment. Good point. Yeah, so we've got Rome.
And you can see the boot, right?
Oh yeah, kind of. It's kind of got a weird shape to it.
Yeah.
So even then, there was a weird shape. Even more weird than that. Down we've got all this here. Francia. France! It's ginormous!
So the whole point is, surely, this is like a show of strength. Imagine this on a wall in like a hallway or something like that, where it's just showing your entire empire. Because it never really served the purpose, you'd assume, as a map, because there's stuff on here which didn't exist at the same time. Another point to make as well. So, you wouldn't carry this in your pocket. This is 22 foot, or was 22 foot. But maybe it served as like a transit map. We've discussed this before, like an AA route map or a John Ogilvy from the 1600s route map. You want to get from, I don't know, Paris back to Rome. Well, you'd find your route and you'd go from town to town. It's like the itineraries. You'd find a specific route, literally go from town to town. The concept of the geography in the true shape it was had no consequence. It didn't matter. As long as you found the route to where you were going, that's all you need.
So how does this map relate to your map from the beginning of the video? And where's Britain?
That's a very good question, because this was the entire Roman Empire. Let's go and have a look for Britain. Right, so you've got this whole bit of France which you highlighted earlier, which is massive. And then there comes a problem, because unfortunately Britain, a little bit of Spain down here, was ripped off and lost forever, gone. We'll never know what it looked like, which is a crying shame. So the whole point of this was for me to try and maybe draw what I think this would look like, because this was done in sections, different parchments. Well, this bit's gone and we don't know what it looks like, but we can kind of try and surmise from the rest of the map, because nothing of it is to scale. And if I zoom in here, you'll note that both Exeter and Limp and Kent and Richborough, they're all right next to each other. There's no scale there whatsoever, especially of Britain. So what would the rest of it look like? So what did the map makers of the time think Britain looked like? And could this of course give us a clue as to how we should be drawing this map? Well, probably not, because largely the maps from the likes of Ptolemy and Marinus of Tyre didn't survive. Their workings did, of course, and you can draw maps from their workings, and it gives us maps which look a bit like this. So how did I come to this scale? How did I come to the conclusion that Britain looked like this, which is frankly nothing like Britain? Even if you use the workings of Ptolemy and Marinus of Tyre, well, they got the rough shapes and dimensions right. Even if Scotland did face in the wrong way, you can still kind of make out that it's Britain. My map, you can't. Why exactly is that? Well, I have based my map on what I feel that the rest of the Peutinger Table would have looked like. The Peutinger Table isn't to scale. We've discussed that. We've discussed it's a route map, an itinerary, and therefore I don't think geography played a part. So that is exactly why this is an accurate map of Roman Britain.
We do have one other problem.
Do we?
We do. What are we going to do with the actual map?
That's a great question. Do you know why? Because we haven't got room for a 30-foot map, so it's probably going to sit in one of our cupboards till the end of time.
It is.
So the question is, what should we do with it? Let us know in the comments below. Do we put it on eBay and make some money back from it? Or do we give it to a museum? Would a museum have room for a 30-foot long
quite big
map? I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments below, what we should do with the map. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, thanks for your subscribership and likeness, etc. Join us over on Patreon, where you can see a lot more